Welcome back to the Winter Major Expert Division qualifying round, hole number 9. Here we're playing a sniper bounce up shot using a Kingmaker. We're going to start with a Rock 8 plus, then switch to APOC 5 plus. For your approach shot, you need at least Sniper 9 plus. With that being said, if you're playing this with a Sniper 9, I highly recommend that you use at least a P4 ball so that if you catch a weird bounce on the drive and you come up short, um, you don't end up not being able to adjust the shot. Now you can still play it, but you won't be able to play. Most likely, you won't be able to play the spins that I'm using, and these spins on this shot have actually been pretty consistent for the approach. So if you have it, I would recommend, a 4-3 ball, uh, or a 5-3 ball if you have it, and you're playing Sniper 9, right? Sniper 10, I haven't had any issues, even with the shorter drives. And I'm going to get a shorter drive here, so I'll show you uh, what I'm talking about. But we're setting up with the Rock. So if you have a Rock 9, you're going to set up uh, at the top of the plus 15 with the clear ring touching the rough on the left, right? If you have a Rock 8, you'll set up at P3 max rest with the clear ring touching on the left. For spins, we're using 5.5 top and 3 left spin. Most of the time, the drives here have been going right at 370. This one was my live play, and obviously we got a different wind angle here, so we got a lot more headwind when I played it live here, and it caused my drive to come up a little short. So we pulled down to the plus 10, or up to the plus 10, I would say, because we're starting at the plus 8. I think it's the bottom of the plus 8 or the top of the plus 7, something like that. Anyway, a lot more headwind, right? So we pulled up to the plus 10. What I'll tell you is I recommend that anything you pull to above the plus 9, I would so if you pull to the plus 10, I would play circle drop OP, and maybe even circle drop plus a click of OP, so that you can get a little bit further of a drive and you're not having to set up at, close to max club. So the standard shot here is just before circle drop OP, and we're curling left until the center line is touching the tip of the triangle. But like I said, we caught much more headwind here, and we adjust it up to the plus 10, and from there I would play this with circle drop plus a click or two of OP. I played this just before circle drop OP, and it's going to come up short of my intended drive yards here are 368 to 370, All right, 371. I want to be in that range somewhere. And I believe this one ends up at 365, if I'm not mistaken. So pay attention. We're starting at the +8. We're adjusting up 2+ yards. So if you adjust up 1+ yard to the +9, then play circle drop OP. If you adjust up to the +10, play circle drop +2 clicks. If you adjust up to the +11, play circle drop +3 or 4 clicks. Try to get, so that's just to keep our drive more consistent. And the more consistent we can have our drive, the more consistent our approaches should be. Actually ended up 364 here. Like I said, most of the time we had a tailwind in practice and my drives were ending up around 370. So if you catch that headwind, pay attention, add a couple of clicks of OP, try and get yourself closer to 368 if you can. But with that being said, 364 still works. You're just closer to the high end of your plus yards. And if you're playing this shot with a Sniper 9 and a Kingmaker from 364, you're not going to be able to make it. All right. The drive is P3 plus 10 max, and the approach is P3 plus 15% at slider. We're using 3 backspin, 3 right spin always, and I'm setting up roughly 1 square through the hole, through the center of the cup. So ideally, what you want to be is that you want the tip of your ball guide to be kind of splitting that light row that's above the hole, the one that I'm in now. You want it to be splitting it or just above splitting it. So you don't want to be quite to that next line, but you don't want to be short either. Better to be a little bit long through the hole like I am here. I'm just a touch long, but I'm not touching the next line, and I'm somewhere between the middle of that square and the top of the square, which is fine. And this is actually aimed center cup, although it looks like it's off to the left. If you turn the screen sideways, you know, where you're looking down the ball guide, it is actually aimed center cup. All right. So center cup, 1 square through. We're using plus yards to get our slider values, actual plus yard values, and then you're going to want to pull this one straight. And if anything, maybe a slight 1201 flicker, but honestly, this one, I'm trying to pull this one as straight as possible, no flicker. All right, no 1159, no 1201, straight, straight, straight. And we're not adding any overpower, any underpower. Just do your best to center the ball in the shot circle. And so that you don't have, you know, if you're centered properly, you should have a tiny gap on every tooth inside of the shot circle. It should be just a tiny gap. Do that. As long as you pulled straight and you hit perfect, you should either be in the hole or scaring the hell out of it. This one has been surprisingly consistent. I am 3 for 3. Once I set this up and I got the right spins and elevation for this, I've dropped it 3 for 3 with perfect, including 2 live shots. So this was live. I am pulling into the bunker every time. It hasn't made a difference. That's not to say that it won't, and that's not to say that you won't catch some kind of wind angle that I didn't see. But for a free-to-play Kingmaker shot at Albatross, this one has been very consistent. So practice it a couple of times. Make sure you're getting the same results that I am. If not, you can tweak your offset a little bit or maybe your pull angle. And hopefully it doesn't take much for you to start dropping this one as well. Sniper P3 plus yards, 0 is 70, 1 72, plus 2 is 75, plus 3 is 77, plus 4 is 80, plus 5 is 82, 6 is 85, 7 is 87, plus 8 is 90 slider, plus 9 is 92, 10 is 95, 11 is 97, and plus 12 is 100. Remember, if you're using Sniper 9, you have 2 less yards on your club. So if you're going to play Kingmaker and Sniper 9, make sure that you're paying attention to your plus yards on your drive and you're adding OP as needed so that you don't come up short. Sniper 9, I would say you definitely need to be at least 368 plus, all right? Besides that, real good opportunity here. Want to wish you all the best of luck. P310 max on the drive, 15 add slider on the approach. And hopefully you're walking away from this one with the Albatross. Good luck in your rounds, and we'll see you on the next one.